evening and welcome. You are watching the Newshour Agenda. I am Padmaja Joshi. Today the Congress party continued negotiations to break the deadlock on its Chief Minister candidate question. Both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah were in Delhi. They currently are still in Delhi. They've been told to stay back in Delhi until tomorrow, when possibly there'll be a meeting with former Congress President Sonia Gandhi. Today though, they took turns to meet with Mallikarjun Kharge at his residence. But if there's one thing that was clear, is that neither was in the mood for a compromise formula. DK Shivakumar dropped repeated hints of his stance when he said, even before he landed in Delhi, that he is not someone who will blackmail or backstab, and that the Congress president or the Chief Minister's post is not like ancestral property to be shared or passed around between people. Now, whether the statement about blackmail and backstab was a declaration of his own loyalty or a comment on someone else's behavior, only time can tell.
Ours is a united house. Our numbers are 135 plus. I don't want to divide anyone here. Whether they like me, whether they doesn't like me, I'm a party president. I'm a responsible man. I have to look everyone in a same eyes. I will not backstab also. I will not blackmail also. My mother is my party. I have built this party. No question. My high command is there. My party is there. Our MLAs are there. 135. After all, if anyone is there, it is only the party, no? Minus Congress, everyone is zero. If anyone has become anything, it is only because of the Congress party.
But after a long day of meetings that still continues, a couple of things have emerged. Shivakumar is in no mood for any seat rotation. He has said very clearly that either it's the Chief Minister's post or nothing at all. In fact, sources tell us that he told Mallikarjun Kharge he would rather remain just an MLA if he's kept out of the Chief Minister's office. What happens in that case? Will he be willing to put his ambitions in deep freeze? And that isn't the only problem. Now, various other pressure groups have also started making demands for a share of the power. The All India Veerashaiva Mahasabha, which represents the influential Lingayat community, bid for the top post. In a letter to Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, they said that 34 of the newly elected Congress MLAs are Lingayats, and keeping 2024 in mind, this vote should get a solid backing of the Congress party. They aren't the only ones though. Supporters of G. Parmeshwara today protested in Tumkuru carrying banners of Dalit for CM. Muslim groups who had held a meeting yesterday demanding fair representation for their community in the Council of Ministers, including the post of Deputy CM, today put forward the name of Zameer Ahmed for the post while carrying out procession in Koppal. The question then is, has the Congress party managed to douse temporarily the flames in Karnataka? Will DK Shivakumar remain content with staying out of the Chief Minister's office and remaining maybe just the Congress President and an MLA? Or could there be trouble post-2024? Also, after settling this Chief Ministerial issue, will the Congress have another task at hand, dealing with multiple pressure groups jousting for representation and seeking their pound of flesh?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, joining us on the debate, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Anurag Naidu, author, Nikhil Jain, political analyst, Shubhransh Rai, leader of the Congress, and Dr. Suman Raman, also political analyst. My first question, though, is to B.S. Arun, senior journalist. So, who do you think that DK Shivakumar is speaking of when he keeps saying that I am not a blackmailer and I don't backstab?
Well, it's difficult to say because his current rival, Siddaramaiah, has not backstabbed or blackmailed. So he is, I think, meaning it in a very general way, very generic manner. And he wants to show that he had been a loyal congressman for the last 3 decades. And that's actually so. You know, he had been a party loyalist for all along because he has never changed the party. He was first elected as an independent, but then joined the Congress, and ever since, you know, he has been in Congress. And you know, we have come across various instances where, you know, he has sort of rushed into the battleground, the crisis, and then sort of saved the party. That you take the example of Maharashtra, you take the example of Gujarat. So that is where that's where Shivakumar exhibited his loyalty and came to the aid of the party. So I don't think he had anybody in mind, but he wanted to show that he is all the time a loyal party soldier, worked for the party, and as he had given promise, now he has brought the party now to power in Karnataka, and he has to be justly rewarded for this same.
So then, Anurag Naidu, it seems by all appearances that the crisis is close to being resolved.
Yeah. No, Padmaja, come on. We know this is the thing about the Congress. When you have a weak leadership, you have factions blackmailing the leadership. Padmaja, one of the channels on the day of result, I made one very important point, Padmaja, is let's make the comparison of Mr. Shivakumar and, Mr. Siddaramaiah for that matter. Siddaramaiah is not a congressman, a core congressman. He came into Congress after a successful career in the JDS. When I'm saying successful, he held these positions of deputies and he held this position of finance minister for so many years. That means when I asked this question to one of the Congress panelists, can you guarantee either of them will not switch loyalty with about 10, 15, 20 MLAs into the BJP if BJP offers them a chief minister's post? I asked the same question today. What if Amit Shah picks up the call and says, Siddaramaiah ji, aap ek 20 MLA leke aa jaiye, aap mukhyamantri ban jaiye? Can anyone guarantee? So, but what is the thing about DK Shivakumar is he's been a loyal congressman for right from the beginning. He has faced this ED, CBI. Padmaja, we've been seeing for last 10 years, all good or bad. There have been extremely good utilization of the resources by the central in sometimes, but DK Shivakumar has stood the ground. He has faced all of it and he stood the ground. And if he is not rewarded, what message the Congress party is going to give to the future generation or the next generation leaders who wants to join the Congress party is absolutely disheartening.
So Nikhil Jain, the gossip in the corridors of power is about whether DK Shivakumar, if not now, then in 2024, could be headed the Himanta way.
Absolutely.
Right. So see, this is. I'm sorry, Padmaja, can you repeat your question? I had some issue with my audio.
Yes, my question was, today DK Shivakumar is saying, oh, I am okay with being an MLA. 2024, after the elections, what stops him from leaving the party?
The fact that he's been a loyal congressman for all these many years, he's been a president of the Karnataka Congress for so many years, he's led the party into a victory, and that is not to take away any credit from Mr. Siddaramaiah or all the countless other leaders who worked to get the Congress the kind of landslide victory that it has. So there is absolutely no question of Mr. DK Shivakumar leaving the party. Yes, so far as personal ambitions are concerned, see, let's be honest, these are all politicians, be it Siddaramaiah, be it DK Shivakumar, all of them have personal and political ambitions. Every politician, I think you ask, they want to be the chief minister at some point in their life. And so does Mr. DK Shivakumar, so does Mr. Siddaramaiah. So I'm sure the Congress is not going to lose on any of these leaders. I'm sure they're going to manage to run a tight and united ship the same way that they managed to do it before the elections.
So you're talking about a tight and united ship, but whatever we are seeing from Koppal to Tumkur to Delhi, where people are speaking up against each other, their supporters are at each other, that's not really looking very tight or friendly.
See, supporters, they're very enthusiastic people. They support a leader to their last breath. But that is not to say that leaders in the stature of Mr. Shivakumar or Mr. Siddaramaiah do not understand how politics works. It's all a consultative process. Everybody has to work together towards the common goal of giving the people of Karnataka a stable government. Right? So whether the supporters of Siddaramaiah want him to be the chief minister or the supporters of DK Shivakumar want him to be the chief minister, that is not going to decide who gets to be the CM in the state. Who gets to decide are the MLAs, are the people, are the party office bearers, the high command and the two leaders themselves and the consultative process that ensues between them.
Sanju Verma, why all of this may be posturing? Because obviously you want to put a little pressure. Ultimately, if there had to be a rebellion, there would have been a rebellion. The fact is that here are two strong men and they are okay with what the party high command tells them to do. Congress is confident.
Padmaja, ideally, I would have loved to say that whether it is DK Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah, That is not BJP's business. It is entirely up to the Congress how it manages its internal infighting and its internal fractious politics. But I will not give the ideal answer, because I think the Kannadigas who have voted en masse, it's been a handsome victory for the Congress, notching up 135 seats. They deserve better. I don't think, this is just the beginning of a rebellion. I see this going the Punjab way. We are all aware of the fact that, when Charanjit Singh Channi superseded Navjot Singh Siddu and became the Chief Minister, what happened in Punjab? Or when Navjot Singh Siddu actually was given the preference and made the Punjab Congress president, and Captain Amrinder Singh was completely sidelined. How that finally panned out for the Congress, or for that matter, when in Madhya Pradesh, Jyotiraditya Scindia walked out with 22 of his MLAs, bringing down the Kamal Nath government in Madhya Pradesh. The reason I'm giving all these examples is that it is fine to have ambition in politics. Somebody mentioned that, and that is very well taken. If you have no ambition, you should not be in politics. I'll go as far as saying that. But the caveat I would like to add is, when Vijay Rupani was removed and Bhupendra Bhai Patel was made the Chief Minister of Gujarat, if you recall, there was no washing of dirty laundry in public. Again, if you recall, before Pushkar Dhami was made the Chief Minister, we had 2 Chief Ministers in Uttarakhand prior to him, but no washing of dirty laundry in public between Pushkar Dhami and his predecessors. The limited point I'm making is, where Congress fails and is different from BJP, notwithstanding the political ambitions, is the fact that if the Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot rebellion is anything to go by, the political infighting of the Congress is not limited to the Congress Legislative Party or the High Command or the board. It spills down onto the streets.
Okay, Nikhil Jain, you want to respond? Before that, I want to bring in Shubhransh Rai. Ambition बहुत अच्छा है, पर discipline के बिना वो chaos हो जाता है.
पद्मजा, भ्रष्टाचार जो होता है वो कैंसर से भी बड़ा घातक होता है, और वो भी जब 40% कमीशन का भ्रष्टाचार हो ना, तो उसका इलाज के लिए जो दवा होती है ना, वो भी काफी जहरीली होती है. सो थैंक यू सो मच पद्मजा, टाइम्स नाउ एंड इंटायर मीडिया ग्रुप. आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने कर्नाटक का चुनाव जीता है. नंबर 1. नंबर 2, अभी संजू जिक्र कर रही थी कई सारे, देयर इज ए वेरी थिन लाइन डिफरेंस बिटवीन डेमोक्रेसी एंड तानाशाह. चीफ मिनिस्टर, डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर हटा दिए जाते हैं, सुबह उनको ये भी नहीं पता होता है कि उनको हटा दिया गया, तो हम उन पे बात नहीं करते हैं. लोग, प्रदेश क्षेत्र की जनता विधायक चुनती है, और विधायक मिलकर अपना नेता चुनते हैं जो मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा और अपने कामकाज के दायित्व को आगे बढ़ाएगा. सो दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी, जहां हर किसी की बात सुनी जाती है और उसके हिसाब से फाइनली विधायक दल अपना नेता चुनेगा. जो कर्नाटक में 40% कमीशन रूपी कैंसर और भ्रष्टाचार था, उस कीचड़ को साफ करके जो खूबसूरत हाथ का निर्माण हुआ, उसको आगे बढ़ाएगा. दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट बात,
1 सेकंड, बट आपने बोला खूबसूरती है डेमोक्रेसी की कि विधायक दल अपना नेता चुनता है. यहाँ पे तो दिल्ली में नेता चुना जा रहा है. कौन सा विधायक दल की बैठक में ये फैसला हो रहा है? खुद खड़गे जी ने पहले दिन में बोला हाई कमांड इज गोइंग टू चूज. कल सुबह सोनिया जी आ रही हैं, सोनिया जी मीटिंग करके चूज करेंगी.
आज
हाई कमांड कल्चर हर जगह है.
ऐसा है पद्मजा कि आज आप दिन में राजा जी मार्ग नहीं थी, सुनिए, आज इत्तेफाक से दिन में राजा जी मार्ग पे आप नहीं थी, आपकी जगह माधव थे वहां जो मुझसे मिले थे. विधायकों ने सेक्रेट बैलेट बॉक्स के तहत पोल करके भेजा है यहाँ पे.
तो
ये बात आपके रिपोर्टर्स ने आपको नहीं बताया,
तो उनको डिक्लेयर कर दीजिए. दिल्ली में क्यों आए थे?
मैडम,
दिल्ली में आके क्यों झगड़े और मीटिंग कर रहे हैं? बना दीजिए सिद्धरामैया जी को.
ना, अरे मैडम सुन तो लीजिए, सुन तो लीजिए, एक मिनट सुन तो लीजिए. अगर डिक्लेयर करने की इतनी जल्दबाजी थी तो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी से पूछते कि मणिपुर क्यों जल रहा है, उनसे पूछते कि बेटी बचाओ के नाम पे पहलवान बेटियां जंतर मंतर पर बैठी हुई हैं.
होल्ड ऑन मिस वर्मा, आई एम कमिंग बैक टू यू. आई हैव अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन फॉर यू. आपने बोला विधायक दल चुनता है नेता, विधायक दल ने अपना बैलेट में पर्ची डाल दी, तो बैंगलोर में आप पर्ची खोलते और डिक्लेयर कर देते. अब वो बैलेट अब दिल्ली क्यों लेकर के आया? यहाँ पे खोल के कोई खड़गे जी पर्चियां थोड़ा ना खोल रहे हैं. उनको तो ऑलरेडी पता है कि उस डब्बे में क्या है. डिक्लेयर कर दीजिए. अब हाई कमांड का क्यों इंतजार कर रहे हैं?
सुनिए, पॉलिटिक्स में ना महत्वाकांक्षा का होना बड़ा जरूरी होता है. रीजन ये है कि जो बैलेट बॉक्स में लोगों ने अपने ओपिनियन दिए हैं और जो आप कल तक या आज दिन में बात कर रहे थे हमारे 5 गारंटी की, वो पांचों गारंटी किस तरह से पहली कैबिनेट में एग्जीक्यूट होनी है, उसका क्या रोड मैप होगा, दीज आर द प्रोसेस, दैट्स व्हाई ऑल टॉप लीडर हियर इन दिल्ली। अगर आपको लगता है कि 2 दिनों में 13 तारीख को रिजल्ट आया और 16 तारीख को चीफ मिनिस्टर शपथ ग्रहण नहीं किया, तो एक बार इतिहास के आईने में जाइए और डिफरेंट स्टेट्स, इधर उत्तराखंड, इधर गोवा, हमें याद है कि वहां के मुख्यमंत्रियों का रेल परेड दिल्ली में बना हुआ था। तो इन सब विषयों पे करने के बजाय लेट्स टेक इनटू द पॉजिटिविटी।
साउथ से Venugopal has just reached Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge's residence, but Shubhranshu Rai is telling us, Sanju Verma, that Chief Minister's post is not being discussed. वो 5 वादे कैसे पूरे करने हैं उसका डिस्कशन चल रहा है। सब साथ में बैठ करके एक रोड मैप बना रहे हैं अगले 5 सालों का। संजू वर्मा।
पद्मजा जी, अभी मैंने शुभ्रांशु राय का लंबा चौड़ा भाषण सुना, मुझे बस 2 मिनट चाहिए। पहली बात तो ये कि जब लोकसभा 2014 में नरेंद्र मोदी जी अपार बहुमत के साथ जीत हासिल की, कांग्रेस रोने लगी, डेमोक्रेसी खतरे में है, लोकतंत्र खतरे में है। 2019 में 303 सीटें जीती बीजेपी, तब कांग्रेस वापस आंसू बहाने लगी, डेमोक्रेसी खतरे में है, संविधान खतरे में है, लोकतंत्र खतरे में है। उत्तर प्रदेश हमने जीता 2 बार बहुमत के साथ, राहुल गांधी रोने लगे, लंदन जाके रोते हैं, संविधान खतरे में है। उत्तराखंड जीते हम, अभी चुप रहिए, मैंने आपको टोका नहीं, चुप रहिए।
पढ़े लिखे लोगों ने
One at a time, I'm coming back to you, Mr. Rai. I'm coming back. In fact, we're also being told that, according to sources, DK Shivakumar is adamant over the demand of getting the Chief Minister's post. He doesn't want to have 3 deputy Chief Ministers, and another round of consultation is going to take place tomorrow at 11 a.m. Both Mr. Siddaramaiah and Mr. Shivakumar are going to stay in Delhi for 1 more day. So no 3 deputy Chief Ministers, CM post or nothing. That's the latest coming in. Yes, finish your point, Sanju Verma.
थैंक यू। फिर पद्मजा, उत्तराखंड में इन्होंने कहा, अरे बीजेपी ने 3 मुख्यमंत्री बदले, इस बार तो उत्तराखंड में बीजेपी का सुपड़ा साफ होने वाला है। वापस राहुल गांधी और उनकी कांग्रेस पार्टी को हार का सामना करना पड़ा। मणिपुर में आपको 5 सीटें मिली। प्रियंका वाड्रा पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश में कहती रही, लड़की हूं, लड़ सकती हूं। उसके बाद नतीजा क्या निकला? उत्तर प्रदेश में आपको मात्र 2 सीटें मिली। इसलिए जब यहां बैठकर आप लोकतंत्र पर बीजेपी को भाषण देते हो ना, पहले अपने गिरेबान में झांक कर
Okay, but to be fair, infighting happens everywhere. In your Karnataka unit, you had infighting. Lakshman Savadi left. He went and won from Athani. Jagdish Shettar may have lost, but you also had infighting, Sanju Verma. There was ambitions there also. They wanted to be MLA, you didn't give them tickets.
Okay. Padmaja, you always ask me the tough questions. I don't
Everyone
mind
gets asked the tough questions. When Shubhranshu Rai is asked, then you are happy. When you get asked, you say, why am I being victimized?
I'm not happy. I'm
Okay,
not
go
happy. All I'm saying is that you gave him a free run. I deserve at least half the time because
Yes, go on.
you have the entire panel filled with Congressies. Sumant C. Raman is not a political analyst, he's a congressman. Please make the right introduction when you give introductions. Thank you.
on.
Now let me tell you something. Karnataka में जो होगा सो होगा. What I am worried is, and I should be worried, because I think everybody is a stakeholder when it comes to a large state of Karnataka, irrespective of whether you won or lost at the hustings. जिस दिन कर्नाटका में कांग्रेस को बहुमत मिला, what is Sachin Pilot doing? Sachin Pilot in राजस्थान, अजमेर से जयपुर तक वो जन संघर्ष यात्रा निकालते हैं और चुनौती देते हैं अशोक गहलोत को। अभी तो मैं अनशन पर बैठा हूं, महीने के आखिरी तक मैं आंदोलन करूंगा। ये आपकी कांग्रेस पार्टी का हाल है।
All right. Shubhranshu Rai respond, then I'll bring in Dr. Sumant C. Raman. Go on.
करप्शन की जांच सीबीआई को करना है, दैट इज नरेंद्र मोदी। आप क्या किस दुनिया में हो? आप बताओ तो सही कि वेयर इज वसुंधरा राजे। आप बताओ तो सही कि जो वसुंधरा राजे गवर्नमेंट में करप्शन हुआ था उसके खिलाफ सचिन पायलट धरने पे बैठे हैं, एंड दैट वो उसकी जांच सीबीआई को करना है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी को। नरेंद्र मोदी जी अपने नेताओं के खिलाफ सीबीआई की जांच क्यों नहीं करा रहे हैं? सिंपल थिंग्स है।
Okay, very interesting twist. In more internal democracy that we are hearing of, Dr. Sumant C. Raman, in the middle of DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah fighting, suddenly you have Mr. Parmeshwara. His supporters were on the streets today morning. Now he has surfaced and he says, in an act of sacrifice, he has declared, if the High Command decides and asks me to run the government, I'm ready to do it. It was different in 2013 because I lost. But In 2023, if High Command asks me to, I am ready to be Chief Minister. He has offered himself up for Chief Minister's post, Mr. Parameshwara. And coincidentally, his supporters today morning said, well, he should be CM.
So what is wrong? I don't understand this logic at all. Mr. Parameshwara wants, Mr. Siddaramaiah wants, Mr. M.B. Patil wants to be Chief Minister, DK Shivakumar wants to be Chief Minister, R.V. Deshpande wants to be Chief Minister. I can give you a list. What is wrong with wanting to be Chief Minister? You're talking about
R.V. Deshpande also wants to be Chief Minister. That's news to us. So he also wants to be Chief Minister.
I don't know. I'm not getting your audio, Padmaja.
You're saying Mr. R.V. Deshpande also wants to be Chief Minister.
I'm just plotting out a name of few senior Congress leaders. I'm not mentioning Mr. Deshpande particularly, but I'm saying all senior Congress leaders, and Mr. Deshpande, for instance, is a 9-time MLA. Mr. M.B. Patil is a 5-time MLA. So there is no harm in anybody wanting to be Chief Minister. This issue is going to get resolved tomorrow. The mollifying of Mr. DK Shivakumar, they want to do it in such a way that there is no ill will or ill feeling in Mr. DK Shivakumar, and perhaps they want to discuss what portfolios he should be given compensation. What are the key, how would he have independent charge of some departments? Who knows what is being discussed? 72 hours and we want everything. But I liked Mr. Anurag Naidu's statement. I mean, he was smiling when he said it, which is a tragedy. He said, what if Mr. Amit Shah picks up the phone and calls Mr. Siddaramaiah and says, bring 20 MLAs, we'll make you CM. I mean, that is so sad. Is that the way the BJP, the largest party in the country, should operate? Having just lost an election massively, is the way forward is by breaking the party that has come to power 3 days ago? Is that the way it is
Anurag
to be done?
Naidu.
And Mr. Naidu actually smiled when he said it.
Padmaja, let me tell. First of all, Mr. Sumant Raman should understand. Hello, Padmaja, I'm audible?
Yes, go on.
Mr. Sumant Raman should understand that I can also call Padmaja. Being Anurag Naidu, I can say, "आ जाइए आप मेरे साथ पार्टी बना लीजिए." लेकिन जो आ रहा है उसको क्वेश्चन करिए ना सर. जो आ रहा है, who is telling that I have went to the people and asked votes for the Congress, and if he is willing to, he's for his own vested interest, somebody's going, you please question them. The problem, Padmaja, here is, when the problem with Congress and BJP, let's understand, the problem with the Congress is the high command is not the vote getters, but the BJP, the high command is a vote getter. Modi ji khade hote hain, vote lete hain. चलता नहीं है. The problem when you don't have it, the regional leadership, they said उनके ऊपर वोट मिलता है, तो you cannot have a respect for the high command that you talk about. So that is a basic difference. So high command cannot have a control on your leader because high command cannot make you win elections. That is a hard reality. Number two, what is the credibility of a party where Sachin Pilot openly comes and says that party has promised me to make a chief minister if I win Rajasthan after winning, and nobody has denied it from the party saying that हमने ऐसा कभी नहीं कहा. That means कहा. कहने के बाद पार्टी उनको मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बनाती है. Same with DK Shivakumar. He said in the interview that he had a conversation with Sonia Gandhi, who said, do anything but make Congress win in Karnataka, and whatever you feel will happen. He made it categorically. And if you don't make him the chief minister, what is the credibility of the party pan-India when you go out and speak to the people, or when you go out and woo the leaders? Why should leaders stay within the party? That is a fundamental question, if you can answer.
Fundamental question, Nikhil Jain.
So first of all, I don't understand why Sanju, a spokesperson from a party which is led by somebody with a degree of entire political science, has to be so filthy with her language. This is the second time on your debate, Padmaja, that she's
let's please stick to the straight and narrow. Let's not make this into a tutu meme slugging match. You know which road this is going down. Let's please keep it civil.
Correct.
Yes.
I agree. Let's stick to the points. Yes. So the speaker before me just said that the high command of the Congress cannot get any votes. May I remind him that Narendra Modi campaigned in 42 assembly constituencies in Karnataka, and the BJP could only win 42% of them. Whereas when Rahul Gandhi campaigned in the assembly constituencies of Karnataka, that got the Congress 75% votes. Most of the seats along which the Bharat Jodo Yatra walked, Rahul Gandhi walked, the Congress has won in Karnataka, and most of the places where the Prime Minister has campaigned, the high command of the BJP has campaigned, the BJP has lost. So let's not get into this that the high command of the Congress or the national leadership of the Congress cannot get them votes. It does get them votes. Let's get
I can give you 100
clear.
of other data.
Secondly,
traditionally, Congress has a habit to choose the comfortable seat for the high command. Traditionally, BJP chooses uncomfortable seats.
No, Padmaja, please can you just stop?
Okay, yes, finish your point, Nikhil Jain.
I've been very patiently listening and I want to respond to it. Yeah. So far as the Congress and its democratic processes are concerned, it is not like the MLAs never were asked who the Chief Minister should be. The MLAs sat in a meeting, they passed a resolution and they empowered Mr. Kharge, who's been active in Karnataka politics for more than 40 years, who's the AICC president, to appoint the Chief Minister, who again is not doing by a whim and fancy like it happens in the BJP, but is doing this through a consultative process. The Congress is a democratic consultative party. It is not like the BJP where the rule of one tyrant or autocrat or whatever you may call him, just overnight the Chief Ministers are changed. Congress intends to run the state of Karnataka from its capital of Bangalore, not from the
inside a room. It doesn't take place outside in the media where you say, I want to be Chief Minister, I want to be Chief Minister, I won't settle for anything less. You know, these 125 MLAs are with no one person. They are of the Congress party. That being said, let me bring in Mr. B.S. Arun. The fact that you have Mr. Parmeshwara now stepping up, the fact also that earlier we were told that if both Mr. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah are unrelenting, then there is a possibility that neither of them may be given the post and someone else, a Lingayat or a Dalit, could be made Chief Minister. Do you think that is also a very real possibility, and Mr. Parmeshwara is now smelling that, Mr. Arun?
Yeah, although it looks very unlikely at this stage that what you're saying will happen, but if the adamant attitude of both these two leaders continue, then the High Command may explore the third option of making somebody other than these two leaders as the Chief Minister. In fact, there is a history. If I may be given a minute's time.
Yes.
You know, way back in 1983, when Janata Party won a mandate, the H.D. Devegowda and S.R. Bommai were the strong contenders, and they staked a claim. Then the leaders, central leaders from Delhi went to Bangalore. Then what happened was that these two leaders were not coming to a compromise. Then the leaders thought that it's better to have a third person as the Chief Minister. Thus came Ramakrishna Hegde, and he became the Chief Minister. So there is an instance of this happening, maybe in other states also. So, and you know, we must remember that Congress this time got votes from all section of the of the society, from the for the Congress party. So it's natural that different sections, different communities demand that their man be given the Chief Ministership.
All right, Sanju Verma.
You know, Padmaja, Nikhil Jain made some very uncharitable remarks against the Prime Minister, and I will not let that go unanswered on your show. So please bear with me. First and foremost, I don't know who this panelist is. Please stop shaking your head. Now it's my turn to speak, so please have the decency to listen. Whoever you are, you have zero credibility, but be that as it may.
Okay,
you
please let's not make this about people. Please let's be civil to each other. Go on.
Let me finish, Padmaja. You have different rules for the BJP and different rules for your so-called political analysts. When he was abusing the Prime Minister, you kept quiet.
No, that is not correct at all. I always ask everyone to not make it personal. Please keep it civil and let's stick to that.
So let me not make it personal, but I need to rebut. You keep talking about entire political science, so let me remind you, Mr. Jain, in her 2004 Lok Sabha affidavit, Sonia Gandhi said that she studied from the University of Cambridge. And in 2009 Lok Sabha affidavit, University of Cambridge was missing from Sonia Gandhi's Lok Sabha
please,
affidavit.
this is not about discussing people's educational qualifications. I'm going to have to end it over there because I can sense this is just going to go into a downward spiral from here on. The question is very simple. There's a crisis right now in deciding the Chief Minister in the Congress. Will it be resolved in the next 12 hours, or has a compromise already been reached, waiting for a final stamp of approval from the Congress High Command? At 11 a.m. tomorrow is when we are likely to know. For the time being though, thank you very much all gentlemen. Sanju Verma for joining me.